Welcome to the F-Bound Podcast. I'm your host, Shannon Schroeder, Executive Function Coach. I help neurodivergent women learn tips and strategies to improve the life skills that will help them be successful. 10-minute rule for effective time management. Are you often overwhelmed with a never-ending to-do list? If so, you may benefit from implementing the 10-minute rule for time management. The 10-minute rule is a simple yet effective strategy for improving productivity and reducing stress. The concept is straightforward. If a task can be completed in 10 minutes or less, do it immediately. By tackling these small tasks right away, you can free up mental space and reduce the number of items on your to-do list. Implementing the 10-minute rule can also help you avoid procrastination. When faced with a daunting task, it's easy to put it off and focus on other things instead. However, breaking the task down into smaller, manageable chunks can make it feel less overwhelming and more achievable. Origins of the 10-minute rule. The 10-minute rule is based on the concept of micro-productivity, which is the idea that small, consistent actions can lead to significant progress over time. By setting aside just 10 minutes to work on a task, you can overcome procrastination and get started on a task that may have seemed overwhelming. Additionally, the 10-minute rule takes advantage of the Zeigarnik effect, which is the tendency for people to remember incomplete tasks better than completed ones. By starting a task and working on it for just 10 minutes, you create momentum that can carry you forward and make it easier to continue working on the task later. Principles of the 10-minute rule. The 10-minute rule is a time management technique that helps you to work more efficiently by breaking down tasks into manageable chunks. Task segmentation. The first principle of the 10-minute rule is task segmentation. This means breaking down large tasks into smaller, manageable segments. By doing this, you can avoid feeling overwhelmed and can focus on completing one task at a time. To implement the principle, start by identifying the large tasks that you need to complete. Then break them down into smaller segments that can be completed in 10 minutes or less. This will help you stay focused and motivated, as you will be able to see your progress more quickly. For those of you who struggle with time blindness, you feel that everything only takes 10 minutes and you're surprised when it's been an hour and a half and you're not done. Task segmentation is 2 steps. Creating the steps or chunks and then making sure they're small enough to take about 10 minutes. If you have a hard time figuring this out, try Goblin.tools or ChatGPT for help. These AI tools aren't perfect, but they can definitely get you started. Focused attention. The second principle of the 10-minute rule is focused attention. This means giving your full attention to the task at hand without distractions or interruptions. By doing this, you can work more efficiently and produce higher quality work. To implement this principle, start by eliminating distractions such as social media, email, and phone notifications. Then set a timer for 10 minutes and focus solely on the task at hand. When the timer goes off, take a short break before starting the next 10-minute segment. For those of you who are attention challenged, this is an awesome strategy. No matter who you are, everyone can pretty much make themselves do almost anything for 10 minutes. When I talk about the Pomodoro method with people with ADHD, I tell them to start with 10 or 15-minute Pomodoros. The 10-minute method is even better because instead of adjusting the strategy to work for you, it is the strategy. It's a win. Short breaks. The third principle of the 10-minute rule is short breaks. This means taking regular breaks to rest and recharge in order to maintain your focus and energy levels. By doing this, you can avoid burnout and stay productive throughout the day. To implement this principle, take a short break of 1 to 2 minutes between each 10-minute segment. Use this time to stretch, take a quick walk, or simply relax. This will help you to stay fresh and focused and will improve your overall productivity. By now, this is probably sounding a lot like a modified Pomodoro method, and you're not wrong. Shorter work sessions and shorter breaks work well with shorter attention spans. Implementing the 10-minute rule. If you're struggling to manage your time effectively, implementing the 10-minute rule can be a game changer. Here are some tips on how to implement the 10-minute rule effectively. Time management techniques. To make the most of the 10-minute rule, it's important to have some time management techniques in place. One effective technique is to use a timer to keep track of your 10-minute increments. You can use a clock, the timer on your phone, or get a time timer. Task prioritization. Prioritizing your tasks is key to making the most of the 10-minute rule. Start by identifying the most important and urgent tasks on your to-do list and tackle those first. Once you've completed those tasks, move on to the less important or less urgent tasks. You can also try grouping similar tasks together, such as responding to emails or making phone calls, to make the most of your time. Benefits of the 10-minute rule. Increased productivity. Implementing the 10-minute rule in your daily routine can significantly increase your productivity. By breaking down your tasks into manageable 10-minute increments, you can easily accomplish them without feeling overwhelmed. This method helps you avoid procrastination and keeps you focused on the task at hand. Reduce procrastination. Procrastination is a common problem that can lead to missed deadlines and increased stress levels. The 10-minute rule can help you overcome procrastination by making tasks seem less daunting. By committing to just 10 minutes of work, you'll be more likely to start and continue working on a task until it's complete. Improved focus. The 10-minute rule can also help improve your focus. By working on a task for 10 minutes without distractions, you can train your brain to concentrate better and improve your attention span. This method can also help you stay on track and avoid getting sidetracked by other tasks or distractions. Challenges and solutions. When trying to implement the 10-minute rule for time management, you may face some common obstacles. One of the most common obstacles is procrastination. It can be difficult to get started on a task, especially if it is a task you don't enjoy. However, by breaking the task down into smaller 10-minute chunks, you can make it more manageable and less overwhelming. And a little self-talk can go a long way. Remind yourself it's only 10 minutes. 10 minutes isn't that long. You can do it. Another common obstacle is distractions. It's easy to get sidetracked by social media, email, or other distractions. To overcome this, try to eliminate as many distractions as possible. Turn off your phone or put it on silent, close your email, and use a website blocker if necessary. The 10-minute rule can be an effective tool for managing your time and increasing your productivity. It's an excellent way to jumpstart your productivity. You never know, once you get started with 10 minutes, you might easily increase your time because you're motivated and making progress. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the F-Bomb Podcast. Thank you for listening. Remember to subscribe below and check out my show notes to learn more about my Facebook group, courses, and membership.